Hi guys, today, surprise, 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 I'm going live because I invite a friend of mine from Australia. I hope, is he already here somewhere? I have to check on this, and I am so grateful for having this guy here because it's amazing to see. Okay, just a moment. Okay, let me check on this. Oh my gosh, guys, just one moment. Look. Okay, look, if you're there, just let me know. Hot. Okay, I have to change something here. And to find my friend. Really? Are you kidding me? Why does not change? Okay, no problem. Oh, it's here already. Perfect. So guys, I'm going live direct and I have a pleasure and it's a really great for me, honor for me to have the look here. You see that guy is looking like, it's amazing. I meet this guy in social media. At the beginning, I don't really wanted to accept his friendship because I say, okay, he's some guy. But I start to follow this guy and have the same mindset like I'm looking for. And guess what? My company will be next year in Australia. And guess where is living Luke? Sydney, Australia. I think you will love this, and I'm very grateful because it's 1 a.m. in Australia. So look, just go for it, and thank you, thank you, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Daniela. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's not a normal time for me. But I know that we tried to connect in Europe, and even in Europe, being the same time zone, when I was in Poland, it was not possible because I just had too many people around, too much family, and so I'm suffering from jet lag now, and I'm still awake. So it is a good time now to actually connect with you in this way. And like you said, yes, I used to be on Instagram a lot more. I didn't focus too much on Facebook. Now I jumped on Facebook and I'm doing a lot more work on all social media platforms. And so one of my things that I was doing was I was just, going through the lists of people that were coming up as suggestions and saying, you know what, this person looks like a good person to add as a friend, someone who might have a same mindset, might have same visions and goals for their life, or has been through some of their own adversity or pain or challenges. And like you mentioned, I remember you messaged me and you said, can you explain to me why you sent me a friend request? Like, what is it? Who are you? Why would you do that? But my biggest thing for me with becoming a speaker and connecting with people is building a network of people who are like-minded, and who I feel I can inspire, and I can give value and receive value. So I'm grateful that you took the time to accept my friendship, and so that now we can connect on this platform.
Can I make a few questions? Look, is this very, very interesting for me to hear? Networking give us the chance to connect, and social media, at first, social media give us the chance to connect around the world. And you say Europe, Poland, Varsovia. That means your background is from Europe and Poland, and you are a great Australian guy, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was born in Australia, but my parents are from Poland. Yeah.
Okay, could you tell us what was your decision? Why speaker? Why positive things? Why all that stuff? And why it's important that in 21st century, 2019, the people start already to change the way they think?
They say a lot of times, I think many times in life, your biggest fear is, what will set you free. And my biggest fear was to be speaking and standing up in front of people. I was always very, self-conscious about my body, my physical appearance, the way that I looked. I got called certain names and bullied when I was younger. So I didn't have that confidence and that belief in myself, and I always struggled to communicate with people, when I had to introduce myself. If there was a boardroom or group of people that I had to say, hi, my name is Luke, I'm from here, I work here, I live here, I've got three older sisters, I would be afraid to speak in front of bigger groups of people. Last year my grandmother passed away, and when I came back to Australia at the time, I was using cocaine, I was drinking a lot. I really didn't have a direction. I had no purpose in my life, and I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. And so I
Can
decided
I
to.
stop you this moment? Please, just stop one moment. Guys, you know why is Luke here? Because I want to prove everyone that everyone, if move his ass from the comfort zone, can do the thing and change his life. And Luke is the best example for that. Just go for it. And really sorry for your grandmother.
Yeah, no, look, she was 95 years old, and she went through the war, and she lived a very, independent, powerful life. She raised four men, and so she was very, very powerful. And so I believe that now, her spirit lives on within me. She was the reason why I woke up,
Oh.
and that why I'm, moving in this new direction, into this new season of my life, and really doing it because I love, inspiring. I love speaking. I love my passion that I have within me, to make a difference in the world, and be of service to others. And it's really a gift, when I started to, self-discover my own power. When I said, okay, I need to stop using drugs, I did it. After 1 or 2 months, I said to myself, wow, Luke, you're really powerful. What else can you do? If you can stop after 7 years using cocaine, you can stop just like that. What else can you do? And so I started to empower myself, and motivate myself, by my own actions, by what I was doing, by self-reflecting on what I've been through and how I've grown, to go, man, you're doing this all on your own. Nobody's pushing you. And so, yeah, it was a path of self-discovery in 2018, where, one thing led to another. I said I was going to open a gym in Poland because I was going to move there initially. I wanted to change completely. And then that led me to saying to myself, Luke, if you want to be a fitness coach, you're going to have to stand up in front of people and speak. And that's something that really I was afraid of. And then, I started researching on YouTube. I found this speaking course through Mind Valley, and Lisa Nichols, who is a transformational speaker, she changed my life. She designed this course, and yeah, it really, really opened up my mind, and I grew this confidence and belief within myself, that I could be more than who I was.
So let me make a short like protocol here. You was using cocaine or that shit. We talk by name the things, right? You was not believing in yourself. You was bullied in the school. Your grandmother is like a mentor for you, like an idol for you, and she passed away, and you decide from today to tomorrow to change, but it was not easy, right? What was that moment when you say, enough, it's enough, and now I have to take a new way, and I have to do it better and be a good, better person, and share that shitty life, to let it in the past, because the past is the past, we cannot change it, and to make the thing happen that the people see everyone can achieve.
Well, the hardest thing was being in that environment, and that lifestyle of, I was working two jobs, plus, I would come home after 15, 16-hour days, and I would convince myself that it's okay for me to use drugs. It's okay for me to have a drink. It's okay for me to have some cocaine now. I've worked a long day. You can do it. And it got to the point where I actually had these, suicidal thoughts in my mind, thinking that, I should kill myself. So, I always thought about it as well, but to a different point of view, where I actually knew that I was never going to physically harm myself. I was never going to physically kill myself, but what I found now is that what was actually happening within my soul was that my soul was speaking to me, and I was in a transition of um, ending my old version of myself, so killing my old version of myself and starting a new life. And
Guys,
that
if you
was
love
pretty
this
much.
story, please give loves, love, 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 and hearts and everything what you want, because this story can be you and you can change it. I know a lot of people, they struggle because you know a little bit my story, and I was working in that with people like you was in the past, and I was also depressive and suicidal part and all that shit, and bullied in the school. And this is everything, guys. If you identify yourself with this guy, then it's time that you start a new life, because if he could, I could, we can go and change the life, but you can change the world only if you change yourself. And Luke makes something, he says something important. I decide to move on, I decide to change, I decide to take another way. So guys, you have question, just ask, because it's not no way we can answer for you. Look, you are now speaker since when, or when you start to think about being a speaker and sharing your story? Because guys, you will agree with me. By the way, thank you very much to watching and to sharing this story, because it's nothing more important than we find the way and to help other people. They are in the situation how Luke was, and or I was in other situation, different way, domestic violence for example, to help them to change the life. And you know, it's very important to be, you know, to be strong enough to say in front of millions of the peoples, because social media is millions, to say I was using that, I was doing that. And I think he deserve a lot of love, because he have done and he say the truth. So look, like a person who was already in the shit and now you're in the best way. What makes you, in first place, what makes you to be a speaker, and how you can that change, like believe in yourself and start to talk? Because you say I was not believing in myself, I could not talk in front of the people.
Yeah, look, one a major thing about believing in myself was that, you know, I've grown up with three older sisters, and I'm 35 years old now. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not married. You know, cultural pressures, social pressures of, you know, being, you know, pushed in that direction of, you know, you have to get married. When are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to buy a house? You know, I was in debt for a long time. So, you know, my life was kind of being formed by not me, by external sources. So, you know, I was being, you know, kind of driven in that direction by my family, by my friends, whoever my environment was at the time. And so I had a lot of rejection, a lot of relationships that didn't go my way, which also made me feel inferior. I didn't feel like I was good enough. So that also, you know, made my self-esteem very low. And so you find yourself not believing in yourself because things are not going the way that you want them to. And so that's a pain that I think a lot of people struggle with. And so now, you know, I turned that around because I started to pay attention to myself. I started to give myself the time. I started to talk to myself in the mirror. I started to love myself. I started to focus inwards instead of searching for love outside of myself. The person that I was looking for my whole life was myself, and I didn't know who I was, you know. And I think we get lost all the time in other people's realities, other people's lives, instead of focusing on becoming whole and becoming completely, you know, in tune with who we are. What is our truth? Who are we? And that's the one thing that I never had, and now I have that. And you know, I'm very much embracing solitude, because the more that you spend time with yourself, the more that you learn about yourself, the more that you expand your consciousness and your mind to figure out actually who you are. What is your truth? Why are you here? You know, not necessarily just because your friends are getting married, just because your parents want you to get married and they want you to go and have kids and all that shit, doesn't mean that that's supposed to be your way. You know, a lot of people, I feel, do get pushed in that direction, and then you lose yourself. You don't even know who you are.
Thank you. Guys, I hope you understood because he speak a different English that we speak in Europe. But you understood the story of Luke, and he say exactly what we are talking about. Believe in yourself, it means find yourself first. And when you love yourself, then you can respect yourself, and then the other things comes. And Luke is right. I totally agree with you. The family, the friends, the culture, the all that shit. Sorry guys, but my vocabulary is like this, and I don't I don't have a problem with that. That means we have to stop to follow the things that we are not, and to do what we want to do. And look, the next question I have, you say marriage, blah 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 blah. Do you think it's that necessary to be successful and to be a strong personality?
In terms of getting married, or what do you
Yeah,
mean?
if you, like marriage, to be married, to have family, blah, 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 all that stuff, you need, really, do you need that to be successful and to be happy? Or it's not necessary because you have yourself first and then the rest?
Yeah, I think it's a personal choice. I'm 35. Do I think about having kids and getting married? Not right now. Would I like to? Maybe, but maybe it's not for me. You need to understand and accept the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of life, that your life is not the same as everybody else's. And the moment that you stop comparing yourself to everybody else and just start focusing and staying in your lane, then you start to realize that, you know what, I don't need to do what other people are doing. We're very emotional beings, and we love to be loved. We want love, and we're very connected. And so, do I want to have a relationship in the future? That will happen. I know that person, she's out there and she's looking for me. At the moment, I'm not interested because I'm purely
Wow.
growing. I'm becoming the best version of myself. And when I become the best version of myself, I'll meet someone who's going to be attracted to me because she's going to be the best version of herself. And that's something that I think that we, a lot in relationships, we're looking for love, and we're in pain, you know. So I think it's a personal thing, and it's not something that has to be pushed on everybody, and it's really up to you what is right.
Yes, yeah, totally agree with you. Is because I always say to my people, be you, but be the best of you. You look for love, love yourself first. You look to for respect yourself first, and relationships are relative, because I was married. I had a 10 years marriage, and it was domestic violence. And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, no, no, this is the man is stupid, blah blah. No, also it was my fault, because I was looking for a happy love, like you say. I was looking to for acceptance of my environment, because the people want me to be like this, and I forgot myself. And it is like, you stay in something that you are not happy, because you are afraid to be alone. You are afraid to start your life by yourself, and it's not really good for that. So I agree totally with you, and I would like to say something. My mentor always say, five, you're the result of the five people with whom you spend most time of your life. How do you
That's
think
true.
about this?
Yeah, you're the average of the five people that you hang around. So you're a product of your environment. And if you don't like the product that you are, you need to change your environment. That's something very difficult for a lot of people, because a lot of the times it can be your family, can be people that you're very close to. But you need to ask yourself the question, are these people draining you, or are they building you up? And if they're not building you up and you're not feeling better about yourself because you're hanging around these kind of people, then you really need to disconnect yourself. And one thing that I did this year was I went to Chicago for 4 months. I went to America for 4 months. Why? Because I wanted to be alone. I wanted to get away from everyone and everything that I'd grown up with. And even though I was staying with some family in America, they don't know me the way that I've grown up. And I was able to really, really, spend time alone and spend time with me, and learn about me and love me more, and get out of my comfort zone more. And I went and started speaking at different open mics and pubs and places where I could just stand up and speak to people. And so doing that kind of thing was, pushing my limits out of my comfort zone, and it, again, allowed me to build my own motivation and momentum and belief within myself that, anything that you want to do in your life, it's possible. It's just, you need to, believe in yourself and love yourself completely.
Oh my gosh, I love this because it's exactly what I used to do, to say to the people. And guys, now you have more confirmation that not only Daniela is saying, believe in yourself, love yourself, do it for yourself, and stop to make other people content, because nobody is about you there. You have to do it by yourself. Look, 2 questions more and then we are finished. And really, I appreciate your time. Guys, remember, 1 a.m. I am in Australia, and this guy give me that time, and I am so happy for that. And really, it's amazing to connect with people. They are open mind and not that closed box, thinking on the box, You say you was in America, Chicago, for 4 months to find yourself. I think a lot of people there outside, maybe you're in the same situation like you. I was married in with domestic violence 10 years. That means I was 10 years in that box, and I thought somebody else's fault. But it was me that I have to move on, to go out from comfort zone. And look, make something amazing. So guys, if you have questions, just ask it. You moved to America to let go everything from your past, to let go every friend, to let go everyone. And now my question on you, it was worthy?
100%. When you start vibrating on a different frequency, when you raise your vibration of your standard of what your value of who you are, and where you see yourself, when you start to envision yourself speaking to millions of people, when you have big dreams, you need to really, really be conscious of who you're surrounded by. And, growing up in Australia, having all these people around me that I've grown up with for so long, it was really, really important for me to disconnect myself so that I could spend time with me, because that's one form of my, connecting with my true self of who I am.
Okay, great. Thank you. Look, I say always, I never have done in my life any diet, because I take care of myself another way. But a few years ago, I start to make a diet, one diet. Like you go to America to change your environment, I start to do the diet. I'm traveling a lot because what I'm doing, it's allowed me to do that, and I love to help people. The only diet that I would recommend ever to everyone, it's eliminate negative people from your life, eliminate people that are complaining all day, eliminate people that are pushing you in the wrong way, eliminate people they want you to make them content and they don't give you the time to be you, and eliminate people they don't make you happy, because the happiness, it's depend on you, not on other people. It's you. Like Luke took the decision to change his life and he make it great. Oh, I'm very proud of you, Luke. It's amazing. I never will thought these kind of things happen, that somebody from Australia get in connection with me and we can connect. Thank you, social media. Thank you. Okay, Luke, I know it's very late in Australia, and I'm thinking all these guys, they are looking here. Thank you guys for looking, watching, whatever, hearts, love, whatever you want. If you know someone that is on similar situation like me or Luke, then let them see this video. And if they have questions, can connect with Luke or with me, no matter, we will do together things, okay? So, Luke, I will let you go to the bed because it's late, but before you go, please, can you give the advice for everyone, no matter which age, woman, man, whatever of gender, no matter, please give them the advice that they know what they have to do, because everyone is talking about shit, you can do that, you can do that, but no one have a story to share and to say, I was there. I changed that, because a lot of coaches, speakers, whatever, they talk about school and whatever, but they don't have a story, you know, and your story is amazing. So please give the people like they're outside at the best and the last advice you can give.
Yeah, look, the biggest thing for me, what I really love is, everybody has a story. Everybody has pain. Everybody has been through something. And so when you've been through adversity, your authenticity and the way that I'm able to speak and project my message, the deeper that I go within my story, the deeper that my audience goes. And it gives people the permission to also be authentic, to also be true to themselves, because they think like, wow, listen to this guy. If he can do that, I can do that. And so I really, really like to embrace being truly authentic, being truly me, so that, people can feel that, because people can feel that you're being real, when you talk about drugs, when you talk about, your relationships and your pain and, wanting to get married. And then 1 week before the marriage, it failed. It didn't work. I was heartbroken, and when people hear that kind of stuff, they're like, wow, that's amazing. So, that's really something that I truly believe is powerful, when you can be truly authentic, when you can turn right, create your own road, and leave a trail. Stop following everyone else in a circle.
Amazing story, amazing thing. I am very grateful for having you as friend, and in Australia we meet for sure, and we will do something different here. I am starting next week and for 5 days a boot camp about body, soul and mind, and maybe we can talk about to do that together. We will do this, we will talk about this. Guys, if you like this, please let me know, and I will invite the look again here, and we make the change of the world, because we too, we change ourselves and we find a way to make ourselves better life quality. And believe me, that story of this guy is very important that you share it, and we will do things. So my last message is, like my grandmother say, you want to change the world, change yourself first, and love yourself first, respect yourself first, and then start to change the world. Peace. Love you
Peace.
guys. Direct from
Thank you,
Madrid,
Daniela. Take
and
care. I
look
appreciate you.
from Sydney. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.